Welcome everyone to the Google Partner Academy on Air, Accelerating Retail. My name is Catharine de Vlieg and I work as EMEA's retail lead. I'm very excited today to talk about how you can tackle some of the challenges that you are facing with smart shopping campaigns. But I'm not here by myself today. I'm here together with my colleague Lisa Hibbett, who will now introduce herself.
Thanks, Katerina. It's so lovely to meet you all. As she mentioned, I'm an agency strategist within the UKI market, helping clients to grow and develop their strategies. Prior to joining Google, I worked agency side for 2.5 years to have a good understanding of some of the challenges that you'll be facing when approaching the likes of smart shopping campaigns.
Thank you, Lisa. Yesterday, we discussed how you can grow the sales of your advertisers by utilizing smart shopping campaigns. And we deep dive particularly into how you can be a true business partner to your advertisers. In case you didn't have the opportunity to watch this video, don't worry, you can just simply look at it at the website and watch it in your own time. Today we're going to discuss how you can tackle some of the main challenges that you are facing with smart shopping campaigns. I want to thank each and every one of you for filling in the pre-survey. Many of you might recognize the challenges called out in the survey. For me personally, I do. When I discuss smart shopping campaigns with advertisers as well as with agency partners, I hear these challenges come up many times. During this session, we want to make sure that we cover each and every one of these challenges, so by the end of the session, you'll know how to tackle these challenges and can fully utilize smart shopping campaigns and grow the sales of your advertisers. In this session, first of all, I will discuss the challenge number 4 and 5, and then my colleague will take it over and discuss the second and third challenge. And then by the end, I will discuss how you can actually have a lot of control when setting up smart shopping campaigns and really drive the business goal of your advertiser. But first, I have some very exciting news. By the end of this training, we will actually have a little quiz. So please pay good attention and you might be the winner of this quiz. First of all, I would like to do a little bit of a recap what smart shopping campaigns actually are. In the session of yesterday, we discussed it into a little bit more detail, but today I just want to recap so that we're all aligned. Smart shopping campaigns is able to help you drive both new customers for your advertisers as well as to regain those high value customers for your advertisers. Secondly, smart shopping campaigns both utilizes Google's rich insights as well as the first party insights of your retailers. And as discussed yesterday, this is where you can add a lot of strategic value to your advertiser by thinking along what kind of first party data your advertisers should start collecting and help them to integrate this with the smart shopping campaign in order to drive the best possible performance for your advertisers. Smart shopping campaigns shows ads at scale, so that we're able to capture the consumer wherever they are online. I would like to discuss how smart shopping campaigns is able to find the right user for your advertisers. And I also would like to discuss what the difference is between standard shopping campaigns versus smart shopping campaigns. First of all, standard shopping campaigns shows ads to people who search for the products of your advertisers. And smart shopping campaigns does that as well, but on top of that is also able to acquire those new customers as well as to make sure that your advertisers get a more loyal customer base by showing ads to the high value customers as well in order to increase the repeat purchases. So that's the difference between standard shopping campaigns and smart shopping campaigns. And many of you called out in a pre-survey, my standard shopping campaigns are running just fine. Why should I make that switch? But actually, we see that if you switch to smart shopping campaigns, you can acquire a 30% increase in conversion value. So it's actually definitely worth it to make that switch. Now I will hand it over to my colleague Lisa, who will discuss what kind of rich insights you can get with the smart shopping campaigns and how you can overcome any of the brand safety issues that you might have.
Thanks, Katerina. The lack of insights from this campaign can be a massive challenge. It's something I really struggled with agency side. However, it doesn't need to be a black box. In the next section, I'm going to run you through how you can pull in-depth insights from the campaigns and use these to help shape your client strategy. The shopping report is going to be your one-stop shop to insights when using these shopping campaigns. If you navigate to the reporting section within Google Ads, you can find the predefined reports for shopping. Within this, you can see how demand is shifting for certain categories. For example, one of my clients has seen slippers peak during this work from home period. As well as demand, we can also look into ROAS performance for these categories. And if you want to take this one step further, you can use custom labels to create your own sets of categories. So you can look into how your best sellers or your hero products are performing. This will allow you to ensure that your strategy across Google Ads is consistent. Another frequently asked question centers around channel splits, and the reason this information is not widely accessible within the user face is that users aren't able to act upon it. However, if you did want a sneak peek into where the ads have been displayed and how much they have spent, you can use the reporting tool again. If you navigate to reports and then predefine reports, selecting display/video and finally automatic placements in brackets groups. Another challenge that you flagged in the survey was that clients have specific brand guidelines that you need to adhere to across all campaign types. As you know, brand guidelines can be split into multiple assets. There's the aspect of brand safety, we also have creative control, as well as messaging. I'll be walking you through the steps you can take to make sure that you adhere to brand guidelines throughout smart shopping campaigns. With regards to brand safety, by default, the campaign will automatically filter out content which is considered non-family safe, as well as tragedy and conflict, sensitive social issues, and not yet labelled content, as well as that considered for a more mature audience. On top of this, we can further refine where the ads appear. For example, we can include specific placement exclusions, additional content label exclusions, as well as campaign level keyword exclusions. For the campaign level keyword exclusions, you need to reach out to your CSS provider in order for this to be put in place. Alongside concerns around placements, you can also support your clients in terms of their branding guidelines around creatives. Custom creatives allow clients control over what is appearing on smart shopping campaigns. These TML custom creatives can be applied by reaching out to your Google account manager and being whitelisted to do so. It's also possible to exclude the brands from automatic overlays that appear on these smart shopping campaigns. Again, if your client has strict guidelines around their creative control, this could be worthwhile putting in place. It gives them control and you can action upon it. If you'd like to do so, please reach out to your Google manager and they can apply you to the whitelist. All of these options give yourself and clients more control over what is appearing on the smart shopping campaigns. However, it's worth bearing in mind that we see the automatically generated content to produce the best results so far. So unless is needed to do so with their brand guidelines, we recommend going ahead what is automatically generated within the smart shopping campaigns. Another way we've ensured that your display ads are consistent across smart shopping campaign is custom display colors. These are available within the Merchant Center underneath the branding selection. These allow you to select an asset and main color for the adverts, again ensuring that the approach across smart shopping is consistent with what your client is running on other channels. Finally, you can utilize custom parameters to tailor your remarketing ads. These allow you to categorize your visitors into more segments, allowing for additional bid and ad control. For example, if your client runs an online business, you can utilize product price and page type. For example, the page they hit before bouncing off the site. All of these steps give you more control over what message and creative is being delivered to the user across the smart shopping campaigns, and again, it makes sure it aligns across all of the client's channels. Okay, great. So Katerina's going to talk you through the next section, which is aligning the smart shopping campaigns to your customers' business goals.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm very excited to discuss how you can set up the campaign structures in such a way that you can achieve the business goal of your advertisers and have full control over whether your advertisers hit these business goals and what kind of products are shown. Basically, the business goal of your advertiser will determine the campaign strategy. In order to simplify it, I put in three main business goals that advertisers mention a lot that they want to achieve. First of all, they want to maximize their revenue. Others might say they want to maximize the performance, while others might say, I want you to help me maximize my profitability. So we're going to discuss how you can set up the campaigns in such a way that you can achieve those business goals, and I will also guide you through some specific examples. So first of all, when your advertiser comes to you and says, I want to maximize the revenue on these particular products or on all my products, In this situation, you can actually simply set up one smart shopping campaign and the system will automatically maximize the conversion value within the budget that you have given, or alternatively, will maximize the conversion value within the specific target ROAS that you have given to the system. Of course, in order to make the algorithm even smarter, you have the opportunity to add that first-party data to the system in order to maximize the revenue even further. The second business goal that a lot of advertisers ask you is if you can help them maximize their performance. So imagine they have different product categories with different return on ad spend targets. You have the opportunity to actually set up multiple smart shopping campaigns in order to achieve this. And I will give you a little bit of an example here. So if you want to have an understanding which of your product categories currently have a similar return on ad spend and consequently could be bundled into a separate campaign, you can go to the same report that Lisa mentioned before. So simply go to the product category report in the predefined reports. Here you can have a look at which products have a similar ROAS by simply filtering on conversion value divided by cost. Because conversion value divided by cost times 100% equals your return on ad spend. So in this specific scenario, you can see that the top two categories are performing quite similarly in terms of ROAS. So this could be your high ROAS campaign. The two under that could be your medium ROAS campaign, and under that could be your low ROAS campaign. Always keep in mind that when you split out the smart shopping campaigns into more granular campaigns, that you should have at least 100 conversions per month in order for the system to have enough data input to work well. So the last business goal that we're going to discuss in this session is when your advertiser is coming to you and asks you to increase the profitability of their business. In this situation, I would recommend to add the margin data of the retailer within the business feed, because in this situation you're able to steer towards that margin data. So a strategy, what I see that a lot of successful advertisers are taking, is splitting up their campaigns into their high gross profit margin categories versus their low profit margin categories. Because in this scenario, you have the opportunity to set a little bit of a lower return on ad spend goal on your high gross profit margin categories in order to increase volume there. And alternatively, you have then the opportunity to set a little bit of a higher return on ad spend in order to sell those products profitably. So why is it so interesting to optimize towards margin data? In this example, you can see that every campaign has the same return on ad spend of 4. However, if you take margin data into consideration, you actually see that product B is more profitable. So in this scenario, you would like to ensure that you set a little bit of a lower return on ad spend goal for product B in order to increase the volume and sell more of those high value, high margin products. Alternatively, you want to set a little bit of a lower return on ad spend of your low margin product categories in order to still sell them, but in a profitable manner. A campaign structure that I see that a lot of successful advertisers are using is the following. They would have one campaign for their high margin categories where they would have a relatively low return on ad spend in order to increase the volume of the amount of products that they are selling. Then they would have an everything else campaign where they would have a little bit of a higher return on ad spend in order to sell those products profitably. And then they would have one campaign for their new releases or for products which are in sale in order to make sure that there is a lot of visibility on those products. So they would either have a very low return on ad spend in order to make sure that the products can participate in a lot of auctions, or alternatively, they would utilize a maximized conversion value bidding strategy so that the system will maximize the conversion value within the given budget that you have given to the system. So as you can see, you actually have a lot of control on how you set up the smart shopping campaigns in order to drive the business goals of your advertisers. And now we will go to the final part of this session where Lisa will talk you through the new acquisition tool.
Thanks so much, Katerina. Now I'm going to talk you through the new customer acquisition beta, which is exclusively available on Smart Shopping. Again, Katerina touched a lot upon what the difference between regular shopping and Smart Shopping is, and this is definitely a defining feature. To get us started, I'm going to touch upon the key benefits of this feature. Firstly, it's super easy to implement. All you need to do is tick the box when you're setting up the Smart Shopping campaign and decide what your customer value is going to be. Secondly, once it's live, you can dive into the reporting and see details all about these new customers. And finally, most importantly, you can continue to work and fine-tune your Smart Shopping campaign so it is targeting as many new customers as possible. I'm sure you're all wondering what's happening beneath the surface of this tool, and I'm going to break this out a little bit for you. When a new customer purchases via your Smart Shopping campaign, the new customer value is then combined with the product purchase value to create the total conversion value. The algorithm then understands by attracting these new customers, it is driving more of the overall value, putting this at the forefront of the bidding decisions. The new customer value tells Smart Bidding what sort of trade-offs you are willing to make. Your new customer value should be the equivalent amount of extra revenue that you are happy to trade off versus the acquisition of one more new customer. If you're unsure of what value to start with, you can utilize the default customer value within the Smart Shopping campaign when you're setting it up. This default value considers the potential future revenue from a customer as well as the average order value from your shopping campaigns. Perfect, so that wraps up our content on Smart Shopping. I hope you're all ready and I hope you've been listening hard because it's now time for the quiz. Please note you can only participate in the quiz if you are watching live. We have 3 questions for you which will appear on the screen soon. If you are watching live, you should see a form on the right-hand side now, or our team will post a link to the form in the chat box below the video. Please submit your answers via the form. I'll give you 30 to 40 seconds and then we'll discuss the answers. The first 3 people who get the questions right will be eligible for a little prize. Are you ready? Let's go. So question 1. How much better do Smart Shopping campaigns perform when compared to standard shopping campaigns utilizing TROAS? So second question, on which channels do we show ads with Smart Shopping campaigns? Okay, so final question. Where can I find the shopping categories report? Great, I hope that was enough time for you to submit your answers. Now let's see the questions and discuss the answers. So question 1. How much better do Smart Shopping campaigns perform when compared to standard shopping campaigns utilizing TROAS? Okay, perfect, so I'm sure you all got that right. It's a 30% increase in conversion value. So second question, on which channels do we show ads with Smart Shopping campaigns? So the answer is Search, Google Display Network, Gmail and YouTube. Who got that right? Perfect, so third and final question, where can I find the shopping categories report? I hope everyone got this right. It's one of the sections that I ran through, but you can find it in the reporting section of AdWords underneath the predefined reports for shopping. Okay, perfect. So that concludes today's session on Smart Shopping. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. We really hope you enjoyed it, especially the quiz. Please make sure to give one last look at the resources section at the top, where you can find useful links, additional trainings, and links to the relevant Think with Google pages. Depending on your location, you might have some additional content for before or after the Smart Shopping episodes. Make sure you check out the agenda on the website, add the sessions to your calendar, and if you've missed any of the videos, you can catch up on these on demand. On the right-hand side of the screen, you'll now see a survey for the session. Please take a moment to fill it out. We really appreciate your feedback. We use this survey to build out more relevant sessions for the coming months and to improve your experience with the Google Partners Program. Okay, so thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your week and I'll see you online soon.